Now we know how to solve equations, right? We get the variable by itself. But x here is being bothered by two things. It's being bothered by the 3 and the 11. We got to get rid of both of those, get x by itself on one side of the equation. So which one should we get rid of first? Well, let's just try it both ways and see which one we like better. We'll start off by getting rid of the 11 first. We get rid of the 11, we start off with 3x plus 11 equals 56. And we can get rid of the 11 from this side of the equation by subtracting 11. Now, if you subtract 11 on the left, you have to subtract 11 on the right. Can't play favorites. And we get, well, the 11s cancel, so we get 3x on the left. Then 56 minus 11, that gives us 45. And now we've turned this into an equation we know how to solve. We just made this a much easier equation to deal with. We divide by 3 to get the x by itself. These cancel. 45 divided by 3, that gives us x equals 15. Now, what would have happened if we'd gotten rid of the 3 first? Well, to get rid of the 3, we have to divide by 3 because x is multiplied by 3. So if we started off by dividing both sides by 3, and again, we have to divide the whole side by 3. We can't just divide one term by 3. We have to divide the entire 3x plus 11 by 3. Of course, that means we have to divide the right side by 3 as well. Can't play favorites. Now here we can't simply cancel the 3's. This numerator is a sum, 3x plus 11. So in order to do any canceling, we first have to separate this. This is the sum of two fractions. This is 3x over 3 plus 11 thirds. And that's still equal to 56 over 3. That hasn't gone anywhere. Now we can cancel 3x over 3. Now we can cancel out the 3's and we're left with just x. These cancel out. We have x plus 11 thirds equals 56 over 3. And we know how to deal with this. We just subtract off the 11 thirds. To isolate x over here, we subtract 11 thirds from both sides. And on the left side, we're just left with x. 56 minus 11 is 45 over 3. And that looks familiar. 45 over 3 is 15. Now, we did the same problem in two different ways and got the same answer both times, so we're pretty sure we're right. But we can go ahead and check this. We stick the 15 back up in here for x. 3 times 15 is 45, plus 11, that's 56. So the answer's correct. Now, which of these do you like better? Yeah, I like this one a lot better, too, because over here we have to deal with all these fractions. There's tons of fractions over here. We like this one a lot better. So when I'm trying to solve an equation, I usually think, hey, how can I go about doing this in a way that'll avoid as much nasty stuff as I can? So we want to avoid all that. I see that subtracting the 11 first will allow me to avoid fractions much more than doing that well. Let's try another problem. There's two variables, and they're on both sides of the equation. Now, we want to get the c all alone, but there's two of them. We can combine them. We can get them both on the same side of the equation. We'll start off here by moving the 2c over to the right side of the equation. If I add 2c, that'll eliminate the 2c on the left side of the equation. Then we'll just be left with 7 on the left. And on the right side, the 7c plus the 2c, that gives us 9c. And of course, we still have the minus 8 here. And now we have an equation we know how to deal with. This is kind of just like the last one we solved. We get the 9c all by itself by adding 8. And once again, all we're doing is we're trying to get the variable all by itself. And we know that adding 8 is going to be easier than starting off by dividing by 9, because dividing by 9 will give us a bunch of fractions. And we're left with 15 minus 8 and plus 8. They cancel. We have 9 times c equals 15. And we know how to handle this equation. We just divide both sides by 9. The 9's over here cancel, and we have c equals 15 over 9. And of course, we can simplify 15 over 9 as 5 thirds. Now, once again, we can check our answer. We can take this 5 thirds and we put it up in our original equation. So if we put 5 thirds in here, we have 7 minus 10 thirds. Well, 7 is 21 thirds, so 21 minus 10, that's 11 thirds. Then over here we have 7 times 5 is 35 thirds, minus 8. 8 is 24 thirds, so sure enough, once again, we get 11 thirds. Our answer checks out, and we're done.